Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a prediction battle on the Royal Rumble against Kieran Ryan again. Last prediction he won because turns out we had the exact same predictions just on the kickoff show. I voted for Josh Alexander to win and he voted for Brian Myers to win and Brian Myers won. So Kieran won that prediction battle by 1 point because I don't know why, but we just voted for the exact same things, not knowing until we asked each other on the pay-per-view. Okay, so the first match was they're probably gonna add more matches, but first match is Bobby Lashley versus Matt Riddle for the United States Championship. I believe Matt Riddle will win this. I know his name is just Riddle, but I don't think anyone calls him just Riddle. So I think Matt Riddle will win this simply because I believe that they're going to push him and they're going to keep pushing him even more because I think they're building him up because the Hurt Business, I wouldn't say they're falling apart, but like they've had a few issues so far. But the Hurt Business, they should not break up. They're probably, I love the faction, especially because they added Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander into it. I love the faction. Shelton Benjamin deserves more. Like I think he's a mad fit to the Hurt Business. So I'm going to go with Matt Riddle to win the US Championship for this one. Anyway, the next match we are going to go with Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre. Now I think it's not even what I think. Drew McIntyre better win this match. They will not. They should not. They would, but Goldberg winning it. I can see it in my head. But they will not do that because I said so. Drew McIntyre will win this match. Drew McIntyre will win this match. Mark my words. Because if he doesn't, we riot. Even if you don't watch the show, we riot if he doesn't. Like, literally. Ali said it best. Let me even play what Ali said. Ali said it best.
I am agitated. I'm angry. But most of all, I'm confused. We dedicated a 3-hour show to old has-beens. You want to call them legends, call them whatever. They've had their time. A night like tonight is exactly what is wrong with this company. 3 hours? To guys that can barely walk? Respect, dog. Oh, respect. Listen. I am not bewildered. I know exactly that the generation before me paved the way. But when the hell are you going to let me walk on that path?
Now, that was what Ali said on Legends Night. And I believe he is 100% right. Like, come on. It was a 3-hour show. They didn't just need to dedicate it to Legends. Like, there's, like, what he said, which was powerful. The legends paved the way. But when will the legends let the newcomers just do what they do best, wrestle? Not just come in and steal their title opportunities. Like Goldberg just came in, ruined the Fiend's gimmick, just came in and beat the Fiend at Super Showdown. And a year before, he botched the match with The Undertaker. Come on. You've got to let the newcomers, especially like Ali, very good. Like, I think it was like a year ago, he was like my current favorite wrestler. That was it. He's very good in the ring, very good. And you need to let the newcomers do what they do best, which is wrestle. And that's why I think his message was so powerful. Anyway, for that match, I'm definitely going with Drew McIntyre. He better win that match. Anyway, next match we are going to go with Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, last man standing for the Universal Championship. I'm definitely going to go with Roman Reigns for this one, just because I believe that I don't think that will end Reigns' tribal chief gimmick. Like, I think he'll be undefeated, like, until at least Mania. Like, I think they're gonna... I can't see Owens walking into Mania as Universal Champion right now. Plus, the feud has been very good. And this will be a very good way to end it off as Reigns winning. But Owens, I think... Imagine it... Okay, it's good that Owens beat Jey Uso because that would just be Owens just getting dominated. Even though Reigns just dominated Owens in the feud, like you've got to increase that tribal chief gimmick, and Owens still like super kicks Reigns, goes for the brawl, which makes it look not one-sided. So it just makes it look like Owens is getting the fight. So I am going to go with Roman Reigns to win this one. Anyway, we are going to go with the Women's Royal Rumble match. I'm between two people, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley just lost a fight to her best friend, in real life obviously, Raquel Gonzalez. And Raquel Gonzalez is very good. I think I'm so glad they're building her up a lot. Anyway, Bianca Belair. I feel like they'll add Bianca Belair versus Bayley to the card. So if they do add that, I think Bianca Belair will win that match, and I think it will be. It's very hard because Rhea could like return at Rumble and just win the whole thing, and then Charlotte Flair most likely will beat Asuka for the title, and it will be a WrestleMania rematch, and then this time Rhea will win the title. But at the same time, it's very risky to bet on Rhea just because she's an NXT star, even though she's probably going to move to the main roster soon. She's an NXT star, so it's difficult to bet against. It's difficult to bet on Rhea Ripley, so I am going to go with. You know what? Shall we just gamble? Yeah, I'm gonna gamble this. I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley to win this match, and if not Ripley winning, I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. But I am going to go with confirmed Rhea Ripley to win this Women's Royal Rumble match. Anyway, next we've got Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Now, none of these people are real teams. Asuka, number one, like her gimmick right now, I'm not liking it. I still love Asuka. How can you not like Asuka? But I'm not loving her gimmick. Like her undefeated gimmick was very good because she didn't fear anyone. When she went for a fight, she just went in for it. Like when Alexa Bliss changed her costume, Asuka looked so scared. If that was the undefeated Asuka, she'd be like, do I care? And then she'll just trap Alexa in an armbar or something. But this Asuka, it's like, I feel like it's not even her fault. It's just that the women's division currently is kind of boring for AEW and WWE. It's kind of boring. So, but I am going to go with, I feel like Shayna and Nia might win this. Oh, it's kind of hard. I'm going to skip this one and I'm going to come back to it. The Men's Royal Rumble match is between Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, I know people will think I'm crazy, but I think there's going to be a slight chance of CM Punk returning. Just imagine that. Imagine that. But then again, they might save it for the crowds. But imagine just hearing CM Punk's old theme song or like a cult of personality. That would be insane. I would scream. It might be 4 a.m, but I would scream. Imagine if CM Punk actually returns. Now, there's something I've got to say about a certain person, Ryback. He's such an unsafe worker, but has so much hate for WWE. It's so weird. How can you be an unsafe worker, but then blame the company? Like, come on. I mean, literally, he concussed CM Punk. He's such an unsafe worker. Like, come on. Anyway, for the Men's Rumble, I'm going to go with I think a lot of people are going with Bryan for this one. I can see Bryan versus Reigns at Mania. I can see that. But I can also see Nakamura versus Reigns at WrestleMania. Because I'm thinking, why would they build up Nakamura, get his old theme song back, make him be like the Iron Man in the Gauntlet, just to make him lose. Just to make him lose the Rumble. So, I am going to go with. Shall I gamble again, or shall I go with the safe option? So it's either Nakamura or Daniel Bryan. But people didn't even think Nakamura would win until like 2 weeks ago, and he did the Gauntlet. I am going to go with. This is very hard, because this could be Daniel Bryan's last single run as champ. So, because he said he might retire soon. So, which I respect from Bryan, because even though he can still go, he's trying to pave the way for newcomers. Like, he let Cesaro beat him. He let Nakamura beat him. He's paving the way for newcomers, which is what other legends should do. Like, Daniel Bryan's not old. Like, he can still do it. But he's still trying to let talent newer than him come in and, like, build up. Like, Cesaro beat him. Nakamura beat him. Those two stars are very good. So, respect for Daniel Bryan. So, with this match, I am going to go with... You know what? I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan for this match. Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble this match. I'd go with Nakamura, but it's too dangerous. It's too much of a gamble, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan for this match. And the match that we didn't finish, Charlotte Flair and Asuka versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I'm going to go with Asuka. Actually, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and then Asuka and Charlotte Flair will like implode, and then it will lead up to Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. Anyway, that's all for now for the Royal Rumble predictions. Goodbye. And a match that just got added, we've got Sasha Banks versus Carmella. Now I believe definitely Sasha Banks is going with this one. No doubt in my mind, Sasha Banks has got this one. Anyway, that's all for now. And yeah, see you at the Rumble.